Swifties have a true range of opinions when it comes to the quote-unquote perfect Taylor Swift album. You have everyone arguing online 24/7 saying, Reputation is the best! What are we doing this whole debate for? We know the answer is going to be Folklore already. It literally won Album of the Year. So I thought I would be the one to answer this question once and for all and create the perfect Taylor Swift album. The only question is, how am I going to do it? I thought for a while trying to come up with a solution, and then it hit me. We can do a Frankenstein's monster kind of situation here. If I quiz as many Swifties as possible on their favorite song for each track number, and then we assemble all those favorites together, and that's what I did. I polled as many people as I could. I literally posted this on my huge following on TikTok as well as Instagram. I put it in my Discord. By the way, if you want to join that, the link is in the description here. And I also just cold texted people, asking people who I knew were Swifties to fill out the form. I left this open for about a week, gathering as many responses as I could muster in that time. And now, without further ado, it is time for the Swiftie Song by Song Battle Royale. Without further ado, let's get to the results. Starting with track 1, the winner was The Fate of Ophelia, which is such a huge win. It makes sense. It is her longest running #1 on the Hot 100 in history, so there is very big fan favorites here. My personal favorite track 1 is Tim McGraw, but I was not under the impression that any of the debut songs would win here. But Debut Squad, please sound out in the comment section because we know how underappreciated that album is. But I do think that The Fate of Ophelia in particular is such a strong track 1 because of the importance that track 1 plays in any album. It is what sucks you into the moment, and The Fate of Ophelia being our big chart topper right at the beginning really does work for this perfect album in my opinion. And in last place we have I Forgot That You Existed, which, well, it seems that fans forgot that you existed. Track 2 is next, and looking at the lineup that you're seeing on the screen right now, you would probably expect Cardigan or Blank Space to win, especially given what happened to track 1 with The Fate of Ophelia. But there are moments like these where it's very obvious that Taylor knows something that we don't. She is very tapped into Swiftie fandom culture in a way that is almost impossible to quantify. Whether she does this through polls or some sort of magic, she's right, because Maroon is our winner here, aka the song that was performed the second most times as a surprise song on the Eras Tour, one of the only songs performed more than 10 times. In last place, you see 15, and this sadly starts a trend throughout this whole video of Fearless being paid dust. Track 3 was a shock to my core personally. I undoubtedly expected this to go to Style, which is a fan favorite. It is a single, and it's about to cross 2 billion streams on Spotify, so I thought that was a no-brainer, but it actually went to My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys from Torture Poets Department. Now, don't get me wrong. I do love that song. You guys did make a good choice, but when it came to this crowd-pleasing mentality, I was very surprised. But I also am surprised by the last place option. Lover in last? Interesting choices. Track 4, and we're back to something more expected, at least, which is interesting, and we have our very first feature. Unsurprisingly here, Exile is the winner from Folklore. I think Exile is a huge fan favorite, plus we know it got 1 billion streams while not being a single, so that tells you a lot of how Swifties treat this song. And Fearless in last again, don't break my heart. Track 5, aka the most impossible choice a Swiftie would ever have to go through. Literally, we could probably battle on the comment sections about track 5s for eternity, but there has to be a winner, and I wore an Easter egg in this video for that, and that is, of course, You're On Your Own, Kid, coming out on top. But for real, this song she performed 11 times as a surprise song on the Eras Tour, once again proving that Taylor understands Swifties in a fundamental level. This was the most common surprise song. I love to see it. And if you do see in last place, that is her most recent track 5, Eldest Daughter. It is actually the only time that Life of a Showgirl gets last place in this entire deep dive, which is very interesting to me. I personally do understand the choice of Eldest Daughter in last place. It's not my favorite either. Track 6, and once again, Taylor is ahead of us all. We have a winner with the first ever surprise song on the Eras Tour, Mirror Ball. Taylor does keep her fingers on the pulse sometimes. It's undeniable. Track 7's winner is one that only blew up fairly recently, and that is Fresh Out the Slammer. It is such a good song, and it's been getting such a big moment on TikTok lately that I'm really not surprised it won. But what is surprising me is look at that last place, guys. Again, we have a Fearless song in last. I'm literally wearing my Fearless song. I'm the representative of Fearless, so this hurts my soul in particular. Fearless Nation, rise up. Track 8, and Whew, it's getting hot in here for some reason. I'm wearing a cardigan inside, I know, but it feels like summer out here. It's almost like it's friggin' August outside. I'm being silly. August is our winner for track 8. We love to see it. I think it is a very well-deserved one, and it's one the Swifties have loved forever, and it might even cross 2 billion streams this year, so that's cool to see. Now, knowing Swifties, track 9 is obvious. Look at the options. I'm wearing my Reputation shirt right now because this is going to be Getaway... Wait, what? I'm getting word it wasn't Getaway Car? Wait, they're going to cut away from me. No, guys, I promise. The Folklore guy's taking over. Hi again. Yet another Folklore win, but I promise not to be too smug about it this time. Reputation. But for real, I do think this is so deserved. And I do notice that you guys put stay, stay, stay at the end. And that's kind of an awkward situation for me because I'm Folklore. I'm the personification of Folklore. But I'm wearing a red TV cardigan. So this kind of feels like a paradox. Track 10 is the hardest choice out of all the numbers for me personally. I don't know if that's the same for everyone else, but every single song here is a top tier choice from their respective albums. There's something magical about this number. But the winner here might have benefited from a little bit of recency bias. It is Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. Now, of course, the song is amazing in its own right, and it is our winner for the video, don't worry here, but it's the first one that really has me questioning how much the recency of each album does affect these scores here. We'll address it later, don't worry. But look at that in the bottom here. How you get the girl in last place, that shocked me to my core. I had to interrupt all of this skits that are going on and talk about something serious here for a moment. The real Nick here has to give the results for track 11 because it contains the best song of all time, Cowboy Like Me. And would you look at that? You guys actually have taste. I am taking back all the insults I've been throwing at you in my head all day. Y'all know what you're talking about. I shouldn't have doubted you for 1 second because Cowboy Like Me is the track 11 we have to put in the perfect album. I don't make the rules here, except I kind of do. Track 12. This is the last time where all 12 albums get to compete at once. I know there's going to be some people in the comment section who think I should have stopped at 12 for this very reason, but I don't think it's fair to not include these songs from future tracks, so it is what it is. The winner of track 12 is LOML, giving yet another win to the Tortured Poets department. Let's keep it moving. Okay, finally we have some less competition so you guys can appreciate Fearless for once in your lives. You swear? You promise you'll do it? What? We're in last place again with track 13. And just like our winner here, I will continue to do this video with a broken heart because, you know, I can do it with a broken heart. Track 14, and now the standard edition of Midnights is out, but just like all other albums, we're counting all versions of the deluxe, so we're going into the 3 a.m. tracks. But the winner for track 14 is The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Track 15, aka the last time where the peak album gets to compete here, Rap Girlies Rise Up, and would you look at that? We win and we stay winning because New Year's Day is the perfect track 15. Rap on top, that's what I want to see. Wait. No, guys, I'm getting word they're going to delete me from the video. No, okay, we're done with that guy. He was low-key annoying AF. Reputation's not even, like, oppressed in this video. I'm on to you all, though. That last place is unacceptable. Track 16, and the competition really is getting thinner and thinner here every single track. But the only problem was Taylor forgot to send a representative to us for Evermore. It's almost like she keeps forgetting about it. So she thought me, as Folklore, could accept this award on behalf of Evermore. Hello, guys. It is me, the Tortured Poets Department. I am not Reputation. I don't know why you would say that. I'm here to announce the winner of track 17 as the Black Dog. Do you miss me? Track 18 is another fan favorite and one that we love to see. The winner here is Daylight, and the last place... You know what? I'm done with this video. I'm leaving. Sorry about their attitude. We'll deal with Fearless later. Don't worry about it. We have to address track 19, and the winner, of course, is Would've, Could've, Should've. Yet another winner from Midnights, which I'm proudly representing in this video. I do find it kind of sad that Girl at Home is our forever Swiftie punching bag, but it has been that way for a long time. I do think that song is severely underrated, though. Welcome to the 20s, and it is track 20 with me, Tortured Poets Department. I've never been anyone else. I don't know why people comment that. It doesn't make sense. I've always been this, and I've always sounded like this. The winner is me! Oh my god, would you look at that? It is Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus. We love to see it. This song has been getting so much traction lately. It has been in these sort of Tortured Poets renaissance lately, which we all love to see because we are the Tortured Poets Department. Track 21 is the penultimate part of our perfect album. We are going to go to 22 tracks, spoiler alert. But the winner here is not what I expected. I really thought it was going to go to Is It Over Now or maybe Hits Different. But the real winner was How Did It End, which I love. I think that's a perfect penultimate track. It's almost the perfect level of depressingly sad to round out the album, but maybe I'm just biased because I am folklore. The final song of our standard track list, which is going to be 22 tracks, is You're Losing Me. Now, I think this is a perfect finale song. It is one of my personal favorites from Midnights, and I don't think a lot of people realize that when this song was released, it was called You're Losing Me, parentheses, from the vault. The reason I'm mentioning that is it does imply that maybe we could get vault songs for albums that don't need re-released. Maybe I'm clowning a bit, but I always find that interesting that the option of From the Vault is there. Now, I wanted to come up with a way to still give us bonus tracks because I didn't think it was fair to go all the way to 31 tracks in the poll. If we went to the 31 tracks, then basically everything else would be from Tortured Poets Department or Red. But I also didn't want those songs to be excluded from this poll at all. So I did a workaround. I took all of the songs that were not in the first 22 tracks, so 23 onward, and I put them in the poll as a bunch of check boxes. I told everyone to pick 3 of them, and then of those, I picked the ones that had been picked the most, and that is our bonus tracks for our deluxe version of our perfect album. Now, they have bestowed the honor upon me to reveal which our 5 bonus tracks are. Would you look at that? It is The Prophecy, I Hate It Here, Peter, I Bet You Think About Me, and The Bolter. 4 of those are from me, Tortured Poets Department. I find that very amazing. Personally, I don't think you should tell Fearless about those last 5 placements. They're already having a conniption. Now, before I get into the funny business that I'm still planning to do by the end of this video, I know you guys all want to see the results of this album. What is our perfect album? So pause right now. On the full screen here, you can see our perfect track list, and I actually think we did a really good job with it. We might need a couple adjustments here and there. I'm also going to reward you by giving you the least picked option for every single one here, and you can pause here to see that. There is a lot of Fearless on here, so that Fearless complainer definitely makes sense, but I thought we could probably do better than this because there's definitely a recency bias going on. So what if we just adjusted for that? The first and most obvious correction to me personally is track 3. With only 1% difference in votes between the two, I think we can crown the winner of track 3 as Style instead of My Boy Breaks His Favorite Toys. Next up on our reevaluating block is Exile, aka track 4, but when you look at the competition that it is up against, it only won by 1% versus Father Figure from The Life of a Showgirl, as well as Out of the Woods. Now, you see, I do think there's an argument here that the recency bias actually benefited 1989 because of the Taylor's version and The Life of a Showgirl more than it benefited Folklore. Folklore is 6 years old. I don't think this is a recency bias thing, so I'm going to actually go against the grain here and stay with Exile as the winner. I think it's the correct choice. Real Nick here once again to interrupt, but I was appalled that Speak Now was not represented in our track list at all in the perfect one, and so I thought, where's a good spot to fit it in? This one, track 7, The Story of Us got second place, behind it by 4%, and I'm stepping in with an executive decision here to make The Story of Us win. Funny enough, out of these two, I do personally like Fresh Out the Slammer more. I just think the album is more interesting if there is a better representation from a lot of the different eras. Next up, prepare for a shock twist. I'm not the Tortured Poets Department, I'm Reputation. I tricked you to get me into this video anymore with the best disguise of all time and a flawless Russian accent that truly sounded amazing, don't you think? And I'm happy I went undercover, fellow rep girlies, because I earned us another win for Reputation. Getaway Car is going to be our new track 9 because it is only a couple percentage points behind. It really needed to be a winner here. I'm so shocked it wasn't in the first place. TTPD is severely overrepresented in our perfect album list. Now, I do love TTPD, so this is not against that. It's just the thesis of this video was about making the best most interesting album for every Swiftie. So in the goal of diversifying it, I'm going to overturn this 6% win for The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived and move it to Long Live, which was the second place choice here. Long Live was a track literally written in dedication to Swifties. It is one of the most personal songs that she has written to the fans, so it makes sense that that would show up in our fandom's perfect album a little bit more than The Smallest Man, at least to me. You thought you saw the end of me, didn't you? But I heard we're getting justice for Fearless, so let's start with that. Let's correct a lot of these last place mistakes that you lot made. Rapid Fire Edition. With a 1.5% difference, we're reversing 15 into Endgame. That 15 is such an old song, and Reputation has had such a fan favorite moment that I do think that it is fair to kind of reward Fearless in this aspect. With less than 1% difference, we're going to revert the loser of track 6 from The Outside to Shake It Off. There was literally only a couple votes different here. Another less than 1% difference that we have to overturn here is A Perfectly Good Heart into Closure. And then finally, our last Fearless snipe, we're going to remove it from last place, is Comin' With The Rain to High Infidelity. They were also very close, and come on y'all, we know Comin' With The Rain's a better song than High Infidelity, right? Like, on your screen now, you can see the entire adjusted track list for this perfect album, which I think is far more fair and far more likely for those of you in the comments to think is the perfect album. I also am going to reward your curiosity and put the last place ones here too, which once again, I do think is still fair, even though it does still lean towards Fearless heavily. I personally feel like we accomplished this goal. This is a universally agreed upon perfect album. I think if I put that out there, people would agree. But I know some of you in the comments like to be naysayers, and I want to reward you for that because that is a very fun trait to have occasionally. And right now I'm going to reward you. If you want to fill out the form yourself, I have it in the description to this video. While you're down there, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm always so bad at promoting myself. But I will potentially update this video maybe in like a year or so. And so if we get like 1,000 more people to fill that out, it would be really interesting to see if any of these results change. And so if you want to take the time to do it, definitely go and do it. I also have a little bit more data that would take too much time to kind of show off in a deep dive discussion. I'm trying to keep this as short as possible. I know we're probably a very long video already, but here on the screen right now, you can see the albums that appeared the most in the top 3 for any track number. And then now on this next one, you can see the ones that have appeared the most at last place. On the best section here, Tortured Poets Department ran away with the competition, and as we all know, Fearless did the worst on this. Hello guys, this is Nick who's editing this video in the future. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching it. This is the most effort I've ever put into any video ever. I know it was a little bit cheesy, but I wrote an 11-page script and I highlighted all the parts to make this work. So if you like this kind of high effort stuff, please let me know in the comments. I would love your feedback. Thank you guys, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.